Hello, and welcome back to the Conscious Code series on the Embody Me podcast. I'm your host, Crystal Renee, the Soul Brand Alchemist, and I help conscious digital entrepreneurs infuse their human design and gene keys into their soul-aligned business, creating a brand, a digital offer, and marketing message that feels like them on a soul level, and therefore attracting their soul-aligned clients with passion, confidence, and courage. I also have a membership that goes hand in hand with this specific series called the Conscious Code Collective. And this membership breaks down all 64 human design gates and gene keys in much more thorough detail than I'm doing in these videos. It also includes all 32 human design channels, as well as all 9 centers, whether they are defined or undefined. I also included all 5 types and strategies, as well as all of the authorities. So basically everything that you need to learn about your human design is in this membership, broken down by segment. And I go into thorough detail where I give you tips, affirmations, and journaling prompts, and everything that you need to embody all of who you truly are and who you truly came here to be, specifically in this membership. So if you want to know what a specific part of your design means, this is the membership you go to. And it also comes in app form, so you can download it right on your phone and have it the convenience if you're ever looking at someone else's chart, or you want to understand someone else's gate or channel, for example, or learn about another type. This app literally breaks down every aspect of human design that I mentioned. So the link is in the show notes if you'd like to join us in the membership. There's also a live monthly Q&A call on the last Wednesday of every single month. So this month we are covering the conscious earth, or the radiance sphere. So I'm excited about that call coming up, and if you decide to join us. So with that being said, we're talking about gate 45 today, and I refer to this gate as the teacher of wealth. And in the human design, it's called the gate of the gatherer, or the gate of distribution. This is located in the throat center, going towards the heart or will center. It's in the channel of the money line, which is a design of a materialist, connected to gate 21. In the gene keys, this is called cosmic communion. And in the I Ching, it's called gathering together, lake forms atop the fertile earth. This is in the tropical sign of Gemini and the Vedic sign of Taurus, specifically in the Mrigashira nakshatra. And the overall energy of gate 45 is a powerful energy related to leadership, resource management, and community well-being. It holds the power to distribute resources, especially money, wisely and fairly, ensuring that everyone's needs are met. This gate is deeply concerned with both the spiritual and material aspects of resources and wields them with equity. So people with this gate active are often natural leaders who can understand and manage complex social dynamics, ensuring that everyone thrives. They may have a knack for financial wisdom and can be skilled administrators of resources. They have strong understanding of the importance of sharing and cooperation, and they often seek to create synergies with their communities. They may also act as educators, teaching others how to manage the resources effectively and create abundance. So let's talk about the shadow of gate 45, which is dominance. And this relates to an unhealthy urge to control or dominate others, often manifesting in hoarding resources and putting self-interest above the community well-being. So the repressive nature, or if you're more of an introverted person, this can show up as being timid, where you bow your head to authority, allowing yourself to be dominated by those higher in the hierarchy. And the reactive nature, or if you're more of an extroverted person, this can show up as pompous. And this is where you're obsessed with climbing up and therefore pushing others down in order to reach a higher position. And you make sure that those under you remain timid so they can remain in control. So in the shadow of this gate, if you operate from a place of fear, thinking that there will never be enough, you may fall into patterns of greed or excessive saving, which can limit your ability to distribute wealth fairly. And being in a position of leadership or control could lead to dominating behaviors or an abuse of power. You might attempt to keep others down in order to elevate yourself. You might link your self-worth or spiritual worthiness to material wealth. And this could lead you to live beyond your means or to undervalue your worth if you're not as financially successful as you believe you should be. And the shadow side could involve being overly protective of what you have, unwilling to share, or giving generously, resulting in an imbalance within your community or family. And you may interfere with the roles of others within your tribe or community, creating tension or conflict. And this could occur if you attempt to manage areas that would better be handled by others. So ultimately in your shadow, you have a fear of not having enough resources, and therefore you either appear timid so that to make sure that you receive all the resources, or you keep others down, or you hoard the resources, basically whatever you can do to make sure that you get your fair share's worth, right? And that creates inequality, overstepping boundaries, having the fear of poverty, where you're constantly worried about becoming a have-not. You make decisions out of fear rather than trust, and that potentially leads to an unsound financial decision or an unhealthy relationship with money. And there's an inability to delegate or share responsibility. You want to create a hierarchy rather than a synergistic or collective approach. So there is an overbearing leadership that you kind of display. You may come across as pompous or arrogant, constantly striving for higher positions and ensuring those beneath you remain timid in order to remain at control. That brings us to the gift, which is synergy. And this speaks to the potential of collaboration and collective decision-making and the shift from hierarchical structures towards ones where power and resources are distributed evenly, leading to more equitable and harmonious relationships. It's all about fair distribution, and you're skilled at managing and allocating resources fairly, ensuring that everyone's needs are met. You understand that everyone thrives when resources are shared equitably. You hold a deep understanding of the spiritual and material power of resources and use this knowledge to lead with wisdom and justice. Your decisions aim to benefit the entire community. So you recognize the importance of working together rather than competing, and you foster a sense of community where decision-making and responsibilities are shared evenly. And you have this natural ability to educate others about financial well-being and resource management. And this can empower individuals and foster self-reliance within your community. And you understand the power of generosity and are willing to share your resources for the greater good. You know that by helping others, you also help yourself. And you understand the difference between wealth and riches, and you have a balanced perspective on material resources. You do not see wealth as a measure of your worth, but as a tool to support your community. And therefore, you have this knack for organizing and managing resources efficiently. And this ability allows you to optimize resource utilization and prevent waste. And that brings us to the Siddhi, or highest state of frequency of this specific gate, which is communion. And this represents a state of profound interconnectedness, where resources are shared freely and everyone thrives together. And this is where you use your leadership not to dominate, but to empower others, helping them grow and become more self-sufficient. You have a balanced investment where you have this keen eye for detecting what deserves investment and what can be overlooked. And this ensures that resources are used in the most beneficial way. And you have this communal well-being. You recognize that the well-being of the community is interlinked with your own, and you strive to create an environment where everyone thrives. You see everyone on the equal playing field and want to make sure that everyone has access to all of the resources that they need to live out their dreams and be in their highest state of frequency. And if you have this gate, the way you can use this in your brand and business is by helping people be better with their resources, how to manage their resources, how to manage their money. You're a great financial advisor, and you can infuse the allocation of resources and communion as well into your brand. And here are some contemplative questions if you have this gate in your chart. Do I trust that when the right people are ready, I will be pressed into action as a leader and a teacher? How can I leverage my resources to create a win-win situation for everyone involved? In what ways can I shift from a mindset of dominance and control to one of collaboration and synergy? And here are some tips that you can use to further embrace the shadow of dominance and embody the gift of synergy and communion. Recognize your natural leadership. You are a natural leader, able to make important decisions and manage resources effectively. Remember, true leadership isn't about dominance. It's about serving the community and ensuring everyone's needs are met. Embrace the concept of synergy. Instead of striving for dominance, look for ways to create synergies. This means finding ways to work together with others where everyone benefits and grows. Good collaboration. And use resources wisely. You have a knack for understanding the value of resources. Use this ability not to hoard, but to distribute resources where they can do the most good. And that is the beautiful Gate 45, the teacher of wealth, the financial coach. That's what it reminds me of anyway. But I would love to have that gate, but I don't. But yeah, if you're in, this is a really good gate, I would say, for any type of financial coach or wealth coach or, embodying the synergy of communion. It's beautiful. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for your presence. Thank you for watching these gates. Join us in the Conscious Code Collective membership by clicking on that link in the show notes. And I'll see you guys again in the next video. Mwah.